Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the third class of house property and some clarifications for yesterday's confusion where we should take unrealized rent. We'll do it little later. Right now, yesterday, what we have done, that I should revise or right from the beginning. What is the status of the class? Have you all done the homework?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you able to do the homework? Check with the suggested answer also. अगर आपके नोटबुक में है तो really appreciated that you know how to do the partition problem. And out of the two homeworks which I gave after RIA, one was the 13th question and one was the 12th question. 13th question is already past exam question and now they have included in the new study material also. Okay, right. And later on, I may forget upcoming this exam for the December 24. If any of your colleagues are writing CMA Inter exam, then or January 25, then in this week evening, from today evening, we are solving. I'm solving that MTP 1, 2. Like when I was solving the MTP 1 and 2 for these students, I realized house property problem is exactly same. So when you become perfect in bit by bit, no, it makes such a beautiful necklace. हाँ? तो ऐसे ही पढ़ेंगे हर एक head जैसे अभी पढ़ रहे हैं. Always my class will start with doubt so that if you have any confusion in your mind, you ask it. Residential status, I have cleared the doubt. Today at the end, sure, we'll check up the answer. And in case if I miss out, just message me in the WhatsApp group. I'll click the picture of the answer and share with all of you so that एटलीस्ट एक बार तो वो कंप्लीट हो जाए. ठीक है, राइट. ओके. When we say owner and tenant relationship and property, this head of income is called as income from house property, right? Okay, it could be commercial rent, it could be property rent, it could be rent of the house, and it's that with GAV less municipal tax allowed on payment basis, NAV 30% standard deduction, and interest on loan. Acha, everyone is clear with the facts what we have done yesterday for interest on loan. That is interest on loan, second loan taken to repay the first loan. Now second loan interest will be allowed because that has become the housing loan. But to pay the EMI, I have taken housing loan of 2 crore. My EMI is 1 lakh. To pay 1 lakh, I have taken loan from someone and I am paying interest 10,000. This interest on interest is not allowed. You learn it as a dialogue, you learn it as MCQ, fit it. Okay? Acha, I am doing revision for all of you. There, if anyone do the homework now in classwork. Homework was homework. किया तो बहुत अच्छा, नहीं किया तो ये वाला quite matured and responsible to complete the backlogs now itself. But now when I'm doing the revision, listen, because if interest extra factors, what I started the class yesterday, if they are clear, you will follow the pre-construction interest now. Okay, right? So straight I am starting with, अच्छा ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, we'll take one more partition problem with income received from the foreign countries. Partition problem is in a single property, say 50% is let out, 25% is used self-occupied, 25% is used for self-business. Then don't make the column for the part which is used for your own business. RIA's problem. That actual expenditure for 25% which is used for business will be deducted while computing business income, including depreciation. Ma'am, from rental income, why you're not deducting depreciation? Because you are the owner of the property. And if the property is given on rent, value to kam ho rahi hai na. The value of the property is depreciating. Then again, that same buttified or rattofied or understood answer is only 3 expenses are allowed in house property. Municipal tax, 30% standard deduction, interest on loan. 30% standard deduction covers everything. Repairs, insurance, ground rent, depreciation, this, all. Okay? Right. Partition problem, be careful. I was just checking the study material before the class, the updated one. There are 2 materials, no? Institute's website. So for May 25, updated material I've already checked. Once I always go through it before the class also. So I checked in the updated material that there were problems for the partition where they gave fair rent and municipal value per unit. And then if you do silly mistake, if you do fair and municipal value 50%, because Dipti ma'am has yesterday worked out all the problems with 50%, you will go wrong. If it is fair rent or municipal value for the property, then only you do 50%. If it is fair and municipal value for one portion, take it directly. Municipal tax, interest on loan, सबको apportion करना पड़ेगा. Okay? Now listen carefully. We know how to compute income from number of properties. Day before yesterday, combination problems. Yesterday, partition problems. Today, can I receive rental income from foreign country? Yes. Will it be taxable? Yes. In what cases? We've already completed residential status. So listen to what I'm saying, and required I'll make you write also. Resident and ordinary resident will pay the tax on world rental income. I am staying in Hyderabad, but I am receiving rental income from London. If I am a resident and ordinary resident, I have to pay the tax in India. Second case, resident but not ordinary resident or non-resident will pay the tax of rental income in India only if it is received, deemed to receive, accrued, deemed to accrue, those four cases. So like this, it should be clear to you on what rental income the tax is paid. Now, how to compute it? Ma'am, kuch naya hai, kuch naya nahi hai. They'll give you the rental income in dollars, yens, pounds, any foreign currency. They'll give you the conversion rate. Okay? Acha, currency conversion rates are given by RBI also, by Foreign Dealers Association also, and by CIBIC also. CIBIC, everyone knows what's the full form of CIBIC? आज थोड़ा सा ये shaky दिख रहा है मुझे. बोलो, आप बोलो. Anyone in the class knows what's the full form of CIBIC? Quick answer. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. They will also give you the conversion rate. RBI will also give. And the Foreign Dealers Association who do the currency, they will also give, which you have to take RBI. ठीक है? So if they give you rental income in dollars, can you convert and take in rupees? Yes. Municipal tax also paid in dollars, convert and take. So in routine only you have to solve the problem. Just you have to convert it as per the RBI rate. चलो. So one partition problem I want. अच्छा, इस problem में ना कुछ नया नहीं है बेटा. जैसे हम routine कर रहे हैं, तो I will not stop much for explanation. I want you and me read together, write together, do everything together. ठीक है? Right. इसको हम साथ में करेंगे. चलो. Read that problem, all of you. Yesterday you have done homework till what problem? 13th and 14th, right? So after the 13th and 14th problem will continue. Okay?
After the 13th, ma'am.
12th and 13th. तो 14th आज homework कर लो. 14th is homework for today. Income accruing or received in foreign currency should be converted in rupees in the TT buying rate on the last day of the previous year. Last day of the previous year. Any expenditure and all is allowed. Resident and ordinary resident foreign income will always be taxable. And for other two, it will be taxable if income is received in India. Understood or not? Income can't be accrued in India if the property is in abroad. Now, chalo. X is the owner of the commercial property. One second. X is this 14 sum is homework, exactly same than what we have done. And I want to do the 15 sum. Mrs. Indu, a resident individual, owns one house in USA. She has let it out in $1,500 per month. She paid municipal taxes and $1125. But this 1125 is paid once, not for 12 months. She also owns a two-storied house in Mumbai. Ground floor is used for residence. First floor is given on rent. Standard rent is given. Municipal taxes for the whole house is given. Mrs. Indu has constructed the house. अच्छा, जो foreign का house है, that is let out. India's house, 50% is self-occupied and 50% is let out. She had constructed the house by taking loan. She repaid the loan of 54,000 including interest. What you will take a deduction for 54,000 or 24,000?
24,000.
24,000. Ma'am, then why did they give 54,000? 54,000 is your total EMI, which includes interest and the principal. The value of $1 is taken as 60. Compute the income. So we are going to make 3 columns for this. It's a simple problem and let us quickly solve it in notebook together. Don't look at the answer. Get into the mindset of picking up the correct data, solving the correct data. आप यहाँ मेरे साथ ही इंडिपेंडेंट बन जाओ कि दीप्ति मैम का एक्सप्लेनेशन है नहीं है मैम, हम तो कर ही लेंगे पक्का. चलो, we'll do problem number 15 now in class. Computation of income of Mrs. Indu for the previous year 24-25. So particulars and triple column. First property is in USA, which is let out property. And in India, ground floor is used self-occupied 50% and let out 50% in India. Now, together can we write please? If you trust my process, don't check the answer and start writing on your own. Step 1, fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. Step 2, step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. This will give you GAV minus the municipal taxes will give you NAV minus 30% standard deduction and minus interest on loan will give you income from house property. Everyone in the class finished drawing with me and I'm giving you some explanation. So now don't rush and check the answer and complete before me. साथ में read करो. Many students are too good at solving and doing, but when I say read, अरे ये तो मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं, ये तो किया ही नहीं, ऐसे नहीं करना है. चलो. So she is receiving rental income from USA. How much? 1,500 per month. And USA का में तो they have not given anything. USA property, have they given the other details? No. So directly we will take the GAV, 1,500 per month into 12, but it's $1,500. तो डॉलर कहाँ है? डॉलर का रेट दिया होगा ना हमको लास्ट लाइन 60. Pick up your calculator. How much you all are getting? 1,500 into 12 into 60. 10,80,000. Now, even the municipal tax is received in dollars. 1125 into 60. Don't do into 12. 1125 into 60. 67,500 minus 10,80,000. 10,12,500 into 30%. 303750 standard deduction And then we have the interest on loan. That's is there anything interest and loan for the foreign property? No. So directly you are getting, how much you are getting income? Quick answer.
Like 8,750.
7,08,750. Thank you. Now 50% ground floor she is using for her own stay. Indu is using. So directly can I take GAB nil? Ye nil. Standard deduction 30%. And interest in India is 24,000. So we'll take 12,000 and 12,000. Study material has 3 such questions and they are so scoring, so superb. Aja. First floor is given on rent 10,000 and they didn't give you the unrealized rent and all. So fair and municipal value तो कुछ दिया ही नहीं है. Standard rent is given 11,000 into 12. How much it is? 1,32,000. And what is the actual rent? 10,000 per month. Standard rent. Actual rent is 10,000 into 12, 120. So what is the step 3 answer? Standard rent or actual rent, whichever is higher. So standard rent is higher. We will take standard rent as GAV. Anyone is having any doubt, then ask. Municipal tax for the whole house is paid 7,500. Half we will allow. 3,750. So you are getting 128,250 in your calculator. Put it in memory. Ma'am, आप हर बार इतना spoon feeding करोगे? बिल्कुल, because I want results. 128,250 in memory directly into 30% M minus 38,475. Correct? Yes, and ma'am. You have interest on loan also. So directly 12,000 also you can minus. So straight in your calculator you are getting the rental income from Indian property is this. And can we do the total income from house property? This plus 70,8750 minus 12,000. 774,525. 774,525. 774,525. Any doubt? Anyone? No. It's super easy, no? Some more concepts also I've taught you. Arrears and composite. Please yaad karana, baad mein karenge. Now straight we dive into the most beautiful concept left out by 90%. You ask students around you. House property पूरा किया एक pre-construction को छोड़ दिया. 2 marks risk I will take in MCQ. Pre-construction interest is asked in MCQ and pre-construction interest is a part of 50% of question also. And it's so beautiful. So I want to start with that, provided you all are clear. Any one student's mind is stuck up in this problem या कहीं कुछ तो आप पूछो. 14th and 16th both are homework for you. 5-5 मिनट के समय. वैसे आपने मुझे ये नहीं बोला है कि मैम आप बहुत ज्यादा होमवर्क देते हैं. Okay. Now listen to the concept of reconstruction interest. See, when we take housing loan for construction, okay, I'll better share it rather than saying orally, I'll write and show. It's a very beautiful concept. To study, if 10-15 minutes are required, you take, no problem, but बहुत अच्छे से करेंगे इसको. Register notes are to be written. Concept of pre-construction interest. It's so beautiful, so logical. Suppose I have taken housing loan. I'm just taking simple figure to make you understand the concept. Housing loan I have taken on 1/4/2019 to construct the house, and it took 3 years to complete the construction, 3 years and some month. So I completed on 1/4/99. Construction started. Put your pens down and listen to the concept. Now, on 30 June 2023, construction completed. Construction started on 1st April 90. Construction completed on 30 June 2023. I have taken housing loan 1 lakh at the rate of 10% interest. Am I incurring interest during this period? Yes or no? Yes, right. But is there any rental income here? No. Ma'am, the house is not ready. How can you get the rental income? Moment was my house was ready on 30 June 23. Then 23-24, I will start getting the RI, rental income. Yeah. So when I start getting the rental income, maybe for 9 months, and then our financial year is 24-25 for 12 months. So now the rental income, ek baar ye pura complex ban gaya. So I gave out on rent to Big Bazaar and this and that and Reliance, and then I started getting rental income. Once I get rental income, I can deduct interest on loan, right? Without any upper limit. Ma'am, you taught 2,30,000. That's for SOP. So यहाँ पे I'm getting the rental income, interest on loan. I'm allowed to deduct. The question is, what about this interest? Ma'am, while the construction was going on, also we incurred interest meters. I'm sorry, 2 minutes. बहुत आवाज आ रही है. 2 minutes. Thank you for waiting. Chalo. So there was some pre-construction interest here. Now, ma'am, this interest we are not deducting anywhere. Logical answer is kahan deduct kare? There's no rental income. This interest is called as pre-construction interest. I'll give you time to write everything. Now this has to be computed in 5-step method. I have derived. In your material, they have given it in very brief, but while working out the problem, students are confused because they are not framing proper steps. You do it in the steps, you'll get the answer. First step is PCP. I'm writing. Pre-construction period starts from date of loan. Date of loan. So date of loan क्या था? 1/4/2009. Second, pre-construction period ends on 31st March prior to completion of construction. Construction can be completed on any day, na? Not necessary 31st March. So construction is completed in June 23. So pre-construction period ends on 31st March prior to the completion of the construction. So I'll take it as 31st March 2023. Pre-construction period is completed. Third, pre-construction period in months. Can you calculate? 19 to 20, 20 to 21. 21 to 22 and 22 to 23. Is it 4 years? Correct hai?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो 4 years complete hai. Otherwise, it could be like 3 years and 9 months and all. So we can do it in months or we can do it in years. This one is simple, so I'm doing it in year. This is my pre-construction period. Now, what is my pre-construction period interest? 1 lakh into 10% into 4 years. That's without calculator, 40,000. 1 lakh into 10% interest is yearly, and 4 years the construction was going on. So it's 40,000. Now, what is my annual pre-construction interest? It's 40,000 divided by 5. The Income Tax Act says Pre-construction interest is allowed 1/5 every year, 1/5 every year till 5 years. Okay. So 40,000 interest divide by 5. Pre-construction interest is allowed 1/5 every year for continuous 5 years. Once you start getting income, you start getting income in which year? 1 minute, huh? 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, and 27, 28. Let me complete. I'll clear all your doubts. So 5 years you can deduct pre-construction interest. But nowhere did they say that loan is repaid. So I want to add one more bit. I hope you're getting, I have made it like a question only. Loan unpaid. Loan not repaid or unpaid. अभी तक वापस नहीं दिया है loan. Now, I am in my financial year 24-25. What will be my current year's interest? One second. क्यों पेन सता रही है मुझे? Current year's interest. Current year's interest will be 1 lakh into 10%. That's 10,000. And will I deduct pre-construction interest? 1/5. Yes, that's 8,000. So what will be the total interest which is deducted? Dear students, if you can correlate, last 2 days I was saying pre-construction abhi chhod do, but har jagah aa raha tha. Current year's interest, pre-construction interest, together it is deductible after the NAV and standard deduction. Okay. Now, the common doubt students are asking, which I am only clarifying, is, ma'am, the construction was over in June. No. So why did you take till March? The year in which construction is completed, even though 3 months are pre-construction, 9 months are post-construction, the whole interest is allowed in the current year's interest. Are you getting? So one doubt I want to clarify here, that 23-24 whole year's interest will be allowed as your routine current year's interest. So pre-construction period starts from the day you take loan. Pre-construction period ends on the 31st March prior to construction or repayment of the loan. Something happened and we repaid the loan on March 22. नहीं चाहिए आपके पैसे. हमको दादाजी से gift will मिल गया and we have our own money now. So then you take it till March 22. I have not written whole detail here because I wanted to work with this option. So pre-construction period starts from the day you take loan. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March prior to completion or repayment of loan. हो सकता है ना कि loan is repaid in March 22, whichever is earlier. Okay. So here it is 4 years like this and you will deduct. Now I'll give you time to write this and I'll also clarify your doubts also. ठीक है. But 2 minutes first you all read with me. And this time it's going to be an extempore class test. मैं अपने मन से combination बना के दूंगी आपको अभी. Pre-construction period starts from date of loan or date of the construction, whichever is later. It ends on repayment of loan or 31st March prior to completion, and it is deductible in 5 equal installments. Ma'am, 3 years I have deducted 8,000. This year, no, I have not got any income. So can I deduct it next year? No, it's 5 continuous consecutive years. Okay. Pre-construction period starts from the day of borrowing or day of the construction. It ends on repayment of loan on 31st March prior to construction. A minus B is your pre-construction period. Calculate interest for pre-construction period. Prior period interest is allowed every year. Total prior period interest divided by 5. Loan taken on 1/4/19, 1 lakh. हाँ ये तो मेरा एग्जाम्पल ही था, ठीक है, पर ये अलग एग्जाम्पल है, मैं पढ़ रही थी और कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी हैं, बट विद दिस आई थिंक विल स्टॉप. I'll make you write and I want to give you some examples on my own. Chalo, write down and ask your doubts also. I want you all to write this example in your notebook. नंबर भी दे दो, एग्जाम्पल 1. I can frame as many questions as you want. एक 3-4 एग्जाम्पल तो करते हैं ना जब तक लर्न ना हो जाए. Write down. Once you complete writing this, tell me. I'll scroll down and ask your doubts also.
Continuous information
Prior
the completion of
completion
engineer
completion of
7, 4, 5.
completion of construction of reconstruction.
Construction complete.
Okay. Finish writing this.
No.
Yeah. Ask your doubts.
Yeah.
What is the doubt? Ask me in the 5-step. You will not see like this exactly 5 steps anywhere. This I have made it. But then once you practice, 3 to 4 problems will this your pre-construction interest will not go wrong. Acha, write it in your booster notes ना. यहाँ पे लिख दो note में कि 1 minute. Write down. For SOP, 2 lakh or 30,000 limit includes current year's interest plus pre-construction interest. Current year's interest plus pre-construction interest. Already printed in your material, but that time I skipped. Shall I give you all one question to be done on your own? Ready to go? ये हर बार लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है बेटा, ये आपके लिए रेफरेंस के लिए लिखा है, so that you remember that 5 years it is deductible. Yes, ask your doubts first. Fast. बोलो. Some voice was coming. कुछ doubt नहीं है.
Mom, is it all or it can be more or less?
Check the volume. हाँ बोलो.
Always 5 years or more or less.
No. It's always 5 years. 1/5. 1/5 make it as your best friend और आगे बहुत सारे आएंगे. demerger expenses, this, that. So many expenses in the income tax. When you say, ma'am, I have not done this for 1 year. So in accounts, what we do, we capitalize and then we apportion. Same way in income tax, it's always 1/5 every year. You can't make it 1/4 or 1/3 because you like 1/3. And secondly, as I told you, 2 years I deducted 88,000. Then I said, ma'am, this year no rental income. Can I skip? मैं ना अगले बार जब इनकम है तब डिडक्ट कर लूंगा. नो, यू हैव टू डिडक्ट इट एवरी ईयर. ठीक है. अब मैं, अगर आपको डाउट नहीं है तो मुझे बहुत सारे डाउट है. मैं अभी 4-5 क्वेश्चन बना के आपको देती हूँ, एक एक सॉल्व करेंगे. चलो, एग्जाम्पल 2. Same, housing loan at the rate of 10%, 1 lakh. This is same. Okay. एक टेबल ही बना लेते हैं. Construction started, construction completed, loan repaid. I hope you are getting what I am doing. I am working out some examples. Construction started, construction completed, loan repaid. तो पहले example 2 लिख लो. If the construction starts in 1st July 2019 and construction completed in 31st March 31st October 2022. Loan is not repaid. Example 2. Example 3. I'm making you write 2-3 examples. आधा घंटा लगने दो. You are in drilling. पता नहीं, nowadays NCC is not there. As a student, I have done my best of learning in NCC and guides in school days. So now there's a term used as drilling. Even if you know how to walk in parade, they make you drill every day. So this is a drilling practice for all of you. 1st November 2019. Construction completed in 31st March 2023. Loan repaid on 31st March 2022. It's a very beautiful example. Or construction started on 1st April 2013. Construction completed on 30th of November 2015. Loan not repaid. अभी तक लोन रीपे नहीं किया. Are you getting into each and every case details? चलो, second one I want all of you to do it on your leave. 2-3 lines. आपको जब तक डाउट है तब तक एग्जाम्पल चलते रहेंगे. I want all of you to do the second problem on your own 5-step answer. बोलो.
हम ये एग्जाम्पल 3 के अंदर 31st मार्च 2023 इसमें लोन रिपेमेंट हुआ क्या हुआ है डेट्स का?
हाँ, तो वही तो ट्विस्ट है ना कि लोन रीपेड और 31st मार्च. ये देखो, प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड एंड्स on the date of repayment of loan or 31st March prior to completion of the construction, whichever is earlier. So this time loan is repaid earlier. And you know, I have put a star mark over there. अभी मैं अभी बता देती हूँ आपको. If the loan is repaid earlier, the current year's interest will not come. Students blindly keep writing current year's interest. You are into drilling stage. अगर ये आधा घंटा आपने क्रॉस कर लिया ना, आप कुछ भी पढ़ लोगे next year this time, promise you will be learning final. You all are writing in May 25. The result will come and you will go in final. अगर आप ये लेवल का ड्रिलिंग कर सकते हो, चैलेंज है. चलो, और ना आपस में भी डिस्कस मत करो. आई नो इट इज सो लवली to learn from your friends, and I enjoy when I go around the class and I see students explaining to each other. But abhi nahi, because I want everyone to do it independently. Chalo, start. Do example 2 on your own now. Pre-construction period can be in months, huh? 38 months, 34 months, then divide by 12 करना है. अब वो सब आप फाउंडेशन में सीखे हैं बेटा, मैं क्या बताऊं. I'm ready to copy from your notebook. You know, while my typist, she was typing all the answers. She only gives all these creative names, Doraemon and Pokemon and all. ठीक है? So she told me, ma'am, shall I type and put this table also? I said, no. ये टेबल हर बैच में चेंज होता है और ये कभी भी प्रिंट नहीं होगा. Because I want you to do it without answers. करो. अरे अपना अपना करो. I want one final answer.
Reconstruction start. PC and
कभी करें नहीं
मैं नमूना नहीं है ठीक है.
मेरा क्या है ठीक है ना नहीं लिखी है मैं
इसका पीरियड एंड हो गया 22.
No, the internet hasn't stopped. Some of you may be like, मैम की आवाज ही नहीं आ रही, क्या हो गया? I'm waiting. It's a challenge I have given you all. आप लोग होमवर्क बहुत अच्छे से करते हैं. अभी मुझे क्लास वर्क करके बताओ. Okay. Finished or not?
No.
नो मैम
इतना सारा टाइम लग रहा है. चलो तो one more problem I will do then. Time up.
Just 10% ना एक साथ.
You lost the challenge.
No.
कवल है, चार्जर कवल. बाबू की कवल है.
मेरे को इंटरेस्ट 10,000 40 में
40 किधर से आया 40 मिनट
महीने में चल रहा है. इसका पहले इंटरेस्ट निकाल लो.
कोई
5 साल तक 5 साल तक क्रेडिट्स तो जाएगा ना वो इंटरेस्ट.
मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ डिस्कस
टीसीपी खत्म हुआ है कोई मैं assumption लिया हूँ मैं यहाँ से तो 2000
अक्टूबर 7 महीने मैं देख रहा हूँ ये हो सकता है तो देखता हूँ
ये क्या है?
इंटरेस्ट आया मैं क्या करूँ
बोलो आपको नहीं आया
नहीं
ईगो हट जाएगा
बिल्कुल भाई नया नया पढ़ना स्टार्ट किए और अभी भी ना आया इंटरेस्ट मेरे को ये आ गया तो कब पैसा इतना प्रोडक्ट तो जाए तो मेरे हिसाब से 667 ये ऐसा होना चाहिए मैम नहीं है
मैम एग्जाम्पल 2 का इंटरेस्ट
Yeah, what is the answer?
2000
नहीं
Arey, say the answer.
मैम annual deduction I am getting 6667 for example 2
For example 2. Okay, that is your answer. बाकी लोगों के आंसर
2000
सब लोग मिलके ही एग्जाम दोगे, डिसाइड ही कर लिया है. चलो, इट्स नॉट द राइट आंसर. चलो फिर से देखते हैं. प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 1st July 2019. Those who are watching the recording should pause the video here, try and then do it. Dare you continue thinking, ah, Dipti ma'am उनको पढ़ा रहे हैं, आपको भी पढ़ा रहे. If you want to grow in your life, start failing small in the class. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March 2022. Oh, this is repaid or not repaid, but कुछ भी डेट नहीं दिया है, तो छोड़ दो उसको. 31st March 2022. Why did I take 31st March prior to completion? Once the construction is completed in October 22, you will start giving it out on rent, no? So 22-23 whole year's interest will be allowed in routine. Now, what is pre-construction period? 19 to 20, 9 months. 20 to 21, 12 months. 21 to 22, 12 months. So 24 and 9, 33 months. I told you, you can calculate in months. Now pre-construction interest is 1 lakh into 10% into 33 by 12. Why by 12? Because you are multiplying with 33. अब maths इससे ज़्यादा मुझे नहीं आता. Into 33 divided by 12. So it's coming to 27,500. And what's the annual interest? 27,500 is the total pre-construction in interest deductible in monthly installments of 5,500 plus the current year's interest. Because current year they said loan not repaid. So loan not repaid, so current year ka 10,000, 1 lakh into 10%. And total it is 15,500. This is the answer.
मैम
Yes, बोलो.
हमने अक्टूबर क्यों नहीं लिया मैम बाकी के 7 महीने
नहीं, I didn't get. Come up little louder. क्या बोल रहे थे?
The other 7 months.
What you were saying? Total?
Total 40 months we thought.
We'll have to do something for this volume.
मैम
Either.
हम
हाँ बोलो.
हमने बाकी 7 महीने क्यों नहीं लिए मैम मार्च से लेके अक्टूबर तक
वो ले लिए? लिए या नहीं लिए?
नहीं लिए क्यों नहीं लिए
हाँ, क्यों नहीं लिए तो I clarified when I explained the first problem. अरे then what you have followed? I asked you clearly, कुछ doubt है तो पूछो. अभी भी मैं doubt clear करूंगी लेकिन थोड़ा डट के करूंगी. I clearly said in the first problem कि your doubt will be when the construction is over on 30 June 2023, why you are ending the pre-construction period on 31st March? Because the rule says the year when construction is over in June 23, that whole year's interest will be deductible in routine as current year's interest. आपका 23-24 का whole interest will be deductible as current year's interest. So why you want to take it as pre-construction interest? So let pre-construction interest close 31st March prior to the completion of the construction. That's the rule. I am in the first example. Now coming to the second example. Here the construction is over in October 22. So what is the 31st March prior to that? 31st March 22. And then these months. And then this, then this, then this. Anyone in the class who has got the answer but was hesitant to say the answer? Some of you are doing it online. कौन है मेरे साथ तो आप भी आंसर दे सकते हैं. ठीक है, बोलो. अरे now it is clear or not clear?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो फिर से सुनो. अब डाउट नहीं पूछना, अभी और आगे टेस्ट चल रही है आप सबकी. And I'll give 10 examples. Still it is not clear, I'll not leave, so that you can explain to others. And 3 of my students, let me tell you, those who have done with me coaching long back, 10-12 में, for some reason 1 or 2 could not complete, and they are now lecturers in degree college. They say this step method helps to explain so well to a layman also. आप भी अपने दोस्त को जाके बता देना, आजा आजा मैं प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन इंटरेस्ट बताता हूँ. क्यों मैम, आज के जमाने में कौन सामने से हेल्प करता है? यू take this habit, it will be a blessing for you. I'm telling you. First of all, the person who doesn't understand ना, जिसको नहीं समझता है, they are hesitant to ask. So if you go and explain, do it with I motive. I motive is little selfish motive, but okay motive. The way you explain to others, you learn it super. I know you are not going to become teachers. अब फिर से ध्यान से सुनो. Pre-construction period starts from the day you take the loan or date of construction, whichever is later. Loan April say you have taken, but construction only you started in July. So it's pre-construction interest, whichever is later. Now, pre-construction period ends 31st March prior to the repayment of the loan. Or actual 31st March prior to the completion of the construction or repayment of loan, whichever is earlier. This pre-construction period can be in months, like now I did 33 months. Calculate the interest, divide by 5. And now the question, ma'am, why you have added current year's interest? Because loan is not repaid. If loan is repaid, bye-bye. I'll not add the current year's interest क्योंकि वो तो चला गया लोन, घर चले गया आपने. Are you enjoying also and following also both the things? चलो अब थर्ड वाला शुरू करो. See, I am doing revision for all of you. अब मैं revision कराऊं तब तक भी आप सीधा तीसरा शुरू कर दिए. So I cannot say anything. Example 3. हाँ, ये तो और अच्छा है ना, खुद से करो ना. अच्छा, and we are doing it for previous year 24-25. हाँ.
Ma'am, second one is what? I mean, third one is what?
मैम थर्ड वाले का आंसर क्या है?
थर्ड वन का आंसर मुझे क्या मालूम, मैंने अभी क्रिएट किया ये प्रॉब्लम. आप लोग सुनते नहीं है, मैं जब एक्सप्लेनेशन देती हूँ तब आप शुरू कर देना. गिव मी आल्सो टाइम टू कैलकुलेट. श्योर, आई विल गिव. थर्ड वन, ओके.
हाँ वो सही है. अरे मैं शुक्र का आदमी हूँ, मैं शुक्र का आदमी बोल रहा हूँ, फिर वो तो सही हो जाता है. यार तो क्या मतलब है? लगा नहीं है ना, इसकी वजह से लग गया.
How much is the answer for third one?
6,834.
3,000?
6,000.
I'm sorry, can't hear you.
6,834.
Okay. ठीक है, check करते हैं. मेरा तो अलग आ रहा है. Pre-construction period starts on pre-construction period starts on 1/11/2019. Okay. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March 23, the day construction is completed, or repayment of loan. If loan is only repaid on 22, how can you take the interest for 22-23? अरे repaid you loan, अभी किसका interest? कहाँ का interest? So 22-23 you will not take. So what is your pre-construction period? 5 months till March 20, 21, 22, 29 months. Correct? So it's 1 lakh into 10% into 29/12. 1 lakh into 10% into 29/12. 24,167. Leave off the decimals. I taught you that income and tax is rounded off in multiples of 10. Last one, लेकिन decimal तो नहीं लेना है. अब बोलो, आप सबका आंसर गलत क्यों आया?
अब
हमने ना लोन रिपेमेंट का नहीं किया था.
आपने मार्च 23 तक किया?
हाँ.
देख, हाँ.
क्यों?
मैम
रोज इतना अच्छा पढ़ते हो, आज क्या हो गया?
अब क्लियर है.
See, read the note. I think you all are rushing too much today and not reading when I'm asking you to read. Pre-construction period ends on repayment of loan or 31st March. Prior to the, don't start the next one. Now listen, please. After every example, if I'm saying something mandatory, you have to listen. Pre-construction period ends on repayment of the loan, 31st March 22, or completion of the construction, 31st March 23, whichever is earlier. And don't ratify logically, dear students. If the loan is only repaid in 22, bye-bye. Why am I taking interest for 22, 23? Whom am I paying interest? Fit it in your mind. Look at the screen and listen carefully. Pre-construction period starts from the day you have taken the loan or the starting of the construction, whichever is later. Pre-construction period ends on repayment of the loan or 31st March prior to completion, whichever is earlier. For this period, you have to calculate the interest. And the problem is not over, beta, 1 minute. ये तो आपका annual interest आया. What will be the current year's interest in third example? अरे, what is current year's interest? I want you all to answer. Dare you go to the next example?
Nil.
Nil. Have you written nil with understanding? Because we are in which financial year? 24-25. Loan is already repaid. Why current year's interest? So are you digesting? There will be cases where current year's interest is not coming, but pre-construction interest is coming. Okay? So what is the total interest? 4833. Now you all go for example 4. Example 4. I'm ready with the format. First, before you all. Chalo, you have written the example, no? Just give me 2 minutes time. I'm here only, but no break. आप लोग सॉल्व करो और आंसर बोलो.
इसमें हमें पूरा साल लेना पड़ेगा. क्या बोलते हैं इसका प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड 10 महीना तो हम लोग लेंगे, तीसरा महीना 10 साल का. वो नहीं पता लेंगे हम बस उसका तो एक चीज नहीं एक चीज बात में आ रही है. एक चीज अरे ये दूसरा पहले एक वापस उसको देख. हाँ बोल दे.
Mom, is it 4,000 annual PCI?
Yeah. 4,000.
हाँ, 4,000.
Answer.
Answer is 4,000.
आंसर कितना है बेटा आप बोलो.
4,000.
अच्छा, जस्ट 4,000, नो चेंज. ठीक है. अभी चेक करते हैं, मुझे नहीं पता. प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 1st April 2013. We are assuming the date construction started, the loan is taken. Otherwise, that will also differ. Pre-construction period ends on 39/15. Oh my God. Have you calculated pre-construction interest for this?
No.
इतने अच्छे स्लाइड्स तो कोई वाटर पार्क में नहीं मिलेंगे जो मैं बना रही हूँ. Have you all calculated pre-construction interest? We are in which year? Tell me. And your client is saying, sir, I have taken a loan in 13 and I repaid the loan in 15. What was the pre-construction period closing? 31st March 2015. It will be allowed for 5 years from 15 and 16, 16 and 17, 17 and 18, 18 and 19, 19 and 20. Bye-bye. देखते से pre-construction शुरू because you are liking it. Are you getting? Listen, all of you. Pre-construction period started. If you want for practice, I'll calculate. But in my current year, my previous year, my financial year 24-25, loan is not repaid. So current year's interest will come and your final answer should have been 10,000.
मैं वापस बताऊं, मैं नहीं पढ़ने पड़ा.
Array, your 5 years are completed in 2025. So
Okay.
1/5 every year from 15, 16, 5 years are over. You are in 24-25, no pre-construction interest. So if this question comes in MCQ and you are wasting your time to calculate pre-construction, you have not followed the logic. You just had to say me the answer, ma'am, answer is 10,000. Only current year's interest will come. Why? अच्छा, ये practically possible है. I took a loan in 13. I completed the construction in 15. Building is over. I'm getting rental income. I'm paying my year. I'm getting rental income. So loan is not yet repaid because housing loan is taken for 15, 20 years. So current year's interest will come. But pre-construction interest, sorry, 5 years are over. Is my logic clear what I'm trying to explain? और कि बहुत ज्यादा टफ लग रहे हैं एग्जाम्पल्स.
सही है मैम.
सही है. कोई बात नहीं, चलो. यू ऑल आर इन लर्निंग मोड. टेक अभी एक और 2 एग्जाम्पल देखेंगे. सो बट स्टिल फॉर प्रैक्टिस इफ यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट वी कैन. प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 1430 and it is over in 31st March 2015. So it is 2 years. So 1 lakh into 10% into 2 years. So it's 20,000 and divide by 5. So 4,000 is the correct also, but wrong answer. It's wrong answer. You will get 0 out of 2. Sorry. चलो अभी आ जाओ आगे करते हैं एग्जाम्पल एक और करते हैं यही if you have left the space there only if you can write the example number 5. Say the construction started on 1st December 21 and it got completed on 34 22 and loan is not repaid. Chalo. As fast as you can. I have taught you 5 steps, dear students. For understanding, for MCQ, you cannot keep doing 5 steps. Abhi to we'll apply this and solve some more questions also. Jahan pe we will apply pre-construction interest.
दिसंबर 1 को स्टार्ट हो रहा है
Completed writing the case.
तो सारे सब
Yeah, I didn't clarify ना कि हाँ loan is not repaid. तो current years का interest तो आएगा. हो गया? Everyone should do, no one should discuss because I want everyone to do it on their own. Some students are loud, they do it correct and they disturb others. ऐसे मत करो. You all are in a team and I've seen beautiful teams in my classes where 5-6 students, they study together, they practice together, they clear together and they are all chartered accountants now. CA बन के भी 10 साल हो गए. My 2013 batch. Vrinda, Jeevana, Nilima, Pranay, they were a group of all the friends, all pushed each other and everyone cleared. That's the leadership and team spirit. Chalo. Answer.
667.
Huh? Bolo.
667.
Little louder. I'm really sorry. I'm not able to hear you, beta.
167.
600.
67.
667 is only coming. Bus. Anyone with any other answer in the class? Let me check who all are doing.
10,000.
10,000. Okay. Anyone else with other answer? Abhi to we have to apply this and solve the main GAV wale problems with the pre-construction interest. So I think we are going little slow. But if you're not following, we have to go slow. और किसी के mind में कोई answer? Yeah. Say. अरे dare to say 5 लोग हैं 10 लोग हैं जितने लोग हैं सब अलग अलग आंसर बोल सकते हो. Pre-construction period start on 1st December 21. 1st December 21. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March 22. Pre-construction interest is 4 months. 1 lakh into 10% into 4/12. 4 महीने में construction खत्म हो गया. Where is the confusion? Tell me. 3333 divide by 5. Okay. अरे 667 तो correct answer है. I had written in my memory total with this 10,667. Current year's interest you will take or not? Because the loan is not repaid. Now is it clear to all of you? 5 quality good examples we have solved very slowly, and more 5 we will do when we apply this knowledge and solve questions. Chalo. Let us now go to the material and check. Already one example is solved. You can check that also. Pre-construction loan has taken on 1/4/2019 and construction completed on July 20. So 31st March 20. So 12 months. 1,10% interest, 10,000 divided by 5, 2,000, and loan is not repaid. So current year's interest and pre-construction. Exactly the way I taught you, but every batch my examples keep on changing. I can't take the same rectified example. Chalo. हाँ, ये भी ऐसा ही problem है. I want you all to check orally. Arvind commenced construction of a residential house exclusive for his residence on 1/11/23. He raised a loan of 5 lakh at 16%, and the construction started on 1/11/23. Finding that there was an overrun cost. Can we take 2 housing loan? Yes. So now more 8 lakhs he took on October 24. What will be the interest in March 25? Or loan ले लिया, and construction was completed in March 25. So pre-construction period ends on 31st March prior to completion. When the construction was completed? March 25. So pre-construction period will end on 31st March 24. समझ में आ रहा है? मैम ये तो बहुत हो गया, मतलब पूरा 1 year you have skipped. That's the way it is done. Pre-construction period starts from the day you have taken loan. It ends on 31st March prior to completion of the construction. Construction completed in March 25, March 24. So this is November, December, January, February, March. 5 months, 5 lakh rupees interest. That is coming to 33, and 1/5 को divide कर दो 667. Okay. Now, current year's interest. In current year, 5 lakh into 16% is to there, and 8 lakh. Now listen all of you. 8 lakh loan is taken at the same rate on October 24 after your pre-construction is over. October 24 after your pre-construction is over. Okay. So 8 lakh is not treated as pre-construction interest. It will be taken later. So what is your pre-construction interest? 6667 जो 1/5 divide करके आया. 5 lakh का 60% 8 lakh. Okay, 8 lakh 16% is taken. Make it as 1st April only. 1st April 24. Your pre-construction period closed. After that, you have taken the loan. कुछ और पैसे की जरूरत पड़ी तो more loan you have taken. Full year's interest. I hope you all are getting. First was pre-construction interest, 5 lakh into 16%. Actually, construction completed on March 25, but you have to take prior year. So March 24, 1/5. Yeah, it is deductible. And then current year more interest if you have taken, okay. That will be deducted in routine because construction is over. You can't deduct this interest as your pre-construction interest. So total interest is coming to 214,667. Current year pre-construction mila ke allowed is only up to 2 lakh if it is a self-occupied property. And if it is a let out property, everything is allowed. Ask your doubt for 17 sum. एक बार ये date change कर दो because they have taken full year's interest. We will take 1st April. If they would have taken from October, we would have done 6 by 12. 8 lakh into 16% into 6 by 12. Chalo. Is the sum clear or not? 17th one. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Chalo. And do it as homework also. एक बार लिख के भी कर लेना. 18th is very simple. Applying the pre-construction interest. ठीक है. We'll do it in the class. कर ही लेते हैं. आज homework नहीं देना. छोटे छोटे अच्छे problems है. आ जाओ. Shankar constructed a house property. Shankar. Yeah. By borrowing 2 lakh loans at 12%. Construction of the house is completed in January 24. Ma'am, 31st March 2023. ठीक है. House property has been let out for 6 months from September 24. Municipal tax were paid. Now, you know, very genuine doubt. Someone asked me yesterday, कि ma'am, when construction is over in September 24, why you are taking municipal tax for full year? It will be allowed. Repairs, insurance is given to confuse you. Collection charges. Against all this, what is allowed? Standard deduction. Current year's interest is also outstanding. Ma'am, they didn't say calculate pre-construction. But if they have taken the loan, if they have repaid, and 5 years are not over, pre-construction interest will come. 18 sum with my explanation. Please don't rush and do it earlier than me. Otherwise, आपकी वजह से ना नेक्स्ट बैच को भी एक भी आंसर नहीं मिलेंगे. हाँ, तो आप लोग ध्यान से, because there's some purpose when I do it with all of you. So I want all of you to read it and do it without checking the answer. Computation of income of Mr. Shankar for the previous year 24-25. Okay. First question to all of you, dear students. Shall I write all the steps where rent, municipal value, whichever is high, low, high, tight? Shall I do it? Yes or no? Shall I write all the steps?
Yeah.
Not required, because they have not given anything. So directly you can start GAV as actual rent, and this is let out from September. Look at the screen. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months. 42,000 minus the municipal tax. Sorry. Municipal tax कितना है आपका दिया है प्रॉब्लम में?
7,500.
7,500. So you get the net annual value. Pick up your calculator and do it. Say to yourself, only I do correct calculation. Dipti ma'am and all the other students do wrong. So it's my duty to do the correct calculation and tell to Dipti ma'am. 34,500 ka 30%. 10,350. And now interest, everyone should write. You know, this is your income tax paper. So make your workings very clear. Don't do everything here. It will look very hodgepodge और अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा. So just write income from house property, interest, it's over. And now working note 1. Pre-construction interest first we'll calculate. What step 1? Pre-construction period starts from the day you have taken the loan. क्या date है? 1st October?
1st October 21.
21. Pre-construction period ends. कब end हो रहा है? January 24 the construction is over. So 31st March 2023 pre-construction period is over. What is pre-construction period? October, November, December, January, February month. So 6 months for 22 and then 23. 18 months. Calculation of months में गलती मत करना. Pre-construction period interest 2 lakh into 12% into 18 by 12. 2 lakh into 12% into 18 by 12. 36,000. 36,000 आया ना? Now annual pre-construction interest 36,000 by 5. 1/5 every year for continuous 5 years. And is the loan repaid? No, last line. Current year's interest is outstanding. So 2 lakh ka 12%, 12 ka 24,000. 31,200 is the total interest. 31,200. Without fail in 24 hours, check all the 5 examples and then do the homework. And if there is no homework, I don't know I'm giving the homework or not. I go on the spot. Jaise you respond, that way you will get best from Dipti ma'am. If you don't respond properly, you will not get everything. ये तो पक्का है. हर batch का अलग है. So in case if you are responding well and I do everything in the class, then homework नहीं है तो your study material is having very good questions. You are ready to solve that. Acha, tell me, pre-construction interest actual application is clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
19 sum also I want all of you to do it with me. छोटे छोटे sum में कर लेते हैं. फिर break लेके then we'll do the jumbo one. Parvati owns a house property, the construction of which was completed in November 22. House is let out for 9,000 per month. 1st April 20, she borrowed a loan of 3 lakhs for the purpose. Hmm. 20, she has borrowed a loan. On 30th November 2021, she borrowed 2 lakh loan. See, now there's a change in housing loan. First housing loan is 3 lakh. Now, November 21, she borrowed a loan of 2 lakh and utilized this amount along with 1 lakh interest-free advance from a tenant and repaid 3 lakh. Second housing loan taken for 2 lakh to repay the first housing loan 3 lakh. 2 lakh you have taken loan and 1 lakh you have taken as deposit from your tenant. The house is insured with a premium of 2,000. Ignore. Property tax 15,000. Compute the income. It's a very small, very beautiful, nice sum where you are having 2 housing loans. First housing loan is there, 3 lakh. Again, you have taken second housing loan, 2 lakh at 15% interest. Okay. So this time both will come in reconstruction period. आ जाओ, साथ में करते हैं. बोलो.
Question 18 में
First, we will compute the income. Go with me, no? It will be clear. Computation of income of Parvati. See, now listen all of you. This is the way you will get question in exam. एक बात ध्यान से सुनो यहाँ मेरी. This time there is no twist and turn in the fair rent and high and low, because all the juggling is in the pre-construction. They'll not make everything tough for you, है ना? So directly you can write GAV as actual rent 9,000 into 12. 9,000 into 12. Calculator में कितना आ रहा है? 1,08,000. Take municipal taxes given in the last line. 15,000 you are getting NAV. Are you doing with me? Standard deduction 30%. And interest on loan. Working note 1. Income from house property हो गया. Reconstruction period interest. Step 1. Reconstruction period starts. Reconstruction period starts on 1st April 2020 for 3 lakh and for 2 lakh. The pre-construction period starts on 30 November 2021. Pre-construction period ends. This time there are 2 loans. When the construction is completed, November 22. So 31st March 2022, pre-construction period completed. Reconstruction period for 3 lakh. 3 lakh na you have repaid. She borrowed and utilized the amount and repaid the loan. So this 3 lakh you have repaid on 30/11/2021. I hope you are getting. Take up, I am telling you there are 2 interests, so please it's a humble request. आप अपना अपना करे जा रहे हैं notebook देख के तो I can't help you. If you feel my explanation is going to help you with lot of clarity, तो सुनो ध्यान से. 2 हैं तो हम अलग अलग करेंगे. 1st April 2020, 3 lakh loan is repaid on 30/11/21 prior to the completion of construction. Repayment of loan or completion of construction, whichever is earlier. So for 3 lakh, what is the pre-construction period? 12 months. April 20 to April 21, 12 months.
8 months.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months. 20 months. I'm repeating again. 3 lakh rupees. The loan is repaid first. Construction is over later. So whichever is earlier. And for 2 lakh, pre-construction period starts from November 21 and ends on March 22. Ma'am, why you have taken March 22? Because construction is over in November 22 to 31st March prior to that. So November to ho gaya, so December, January, February, March. So 4 months. Pre-construction period starts, pre-construction period ends, and pre-construction period. Now pre-construction period interest. On 3 lakh, at what rate you have taken? 18%. For how many months?
20 months.
20/12. 3 lakh into 18% into 20/12. 2 lakh. Into 18%. 4/12.
मैंने 12,000 कैसे ले ली मैम?
बोलो.
ये 12,000 कैसे है इंटरेस्ट 2 लाख वाला?
It should be 10,000 now.
Ma'am.
Second loan is taken at 15%. By mistake, I wrote 18%. 2 lakh into 15% into 4 divided by 12 is 10,000. So pre-construction interest is 1 lakh and annual pre-construction interest is 1 lakh divided by 5, that's 20,000. And current year's interest will of course come on the second loan, 30,000. 2 lakh वाला तो अभी भी बाकी है ना. See, these are beautiful level of the problems. I'm going very slow. There are two loans. Second loan, 2 lakh you have taken to repay the first loan. So first loan interest will come in pre-construction because the loan is repaid first. And second loan's interest will come in the current year because the current year's period is not over. So it's 50,000 total interest. Anyone in the class who has not followed pre-construction interest, a very nice sum. And now rest of the sum is very easy. I told you they'll not twist and turn everything for you. How was the problem? Is it all clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, 2-3 minutes of quick break. अरे कहाँ गया? Screen sharing ही नहीं हुआ. ये हुआ ना? हाँ. So quick break of 2-3 minutes. Come back and we are doing a past exam question of 8 marks, which has got everything. The next problem you can mark it important. It's having pre-construction also. It's having two properties also. It's having that fair rent and all juggling. सब कुछ है. जो ज्ञान आपको हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में मिला सब है इसमें. Are you all there? Chalo.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you following everything in house property? It's not that every time pre-construction interest comes, but if it doesn't come in the 7 marks question, that will surely come in the MCQ. And MCQ, you don't have time to work out the 5 steps, which I told you for 2 marks. So in your mind also, but you have to again work out the steps, then only you will get the correct answer. I think with practice, you will be able to do it in calculator. One thing we can do, all the 5 examples जो मैंने क्लास में करा है ना, just read the data and try to do it in calculator. Memory में डाल के या जैसे भी, so you will get it clearly. Okay, चलो. Next one is 20th sum. 19th किया ना हमने अभी. 20th.
20th.
A and B. ध्यान से पढ़ना है. It is a easy problem, but with lot of data. A and B constructed their house on piece of land purchased by them at New Delhi. The built-up area of each house is 1,000, ground floor and first floor. A started construction on April 23 and completes on April 24. B starts the construction on April 23 and completes the construction on June 24. A occupied the entire house on 1st April 24. Oh, A started the construction in 24, completed on March 24, and he occupied the whole house, self-occupied. Huh? However, B occupied ground floor in July and let out the first floor. Tenant vacated the house in December and B occupies the entire house. ठीक है. B के केस में क्या है देखो. He occupies the ground floor in July 24. Ma'am, why July 24? Construction was only completed. Construction was only completed in June 24. So July 24, he occupied the house. And he got the ground floor. And let out first floor from July 24. Tenant vacated in December. After that, B occupies an entire house. मतलब let out कितने period के लिए था? July, August, September, October, November, December. Over and out. After December till March, it is an SOP. Reading the problem should be clear. This time, fair rent and municipal value, I want all of you to underline this. They didn't give the fair rent and municipal value of the whole house. Like yesterday, we have done 2-3 questions. They have given the fair rent and municipal value of each unit, right? And municipal taxes paid, they have given. Repairs and maintenance, this is of no use because we take standard deduction. A has availed housing loan 20 lakhs at 12%. And B has availed housing loan 12 lakhs at 10%. No repayment was made by either of them. Compute income from house property A and B. Okay? Don't do it in column, fam. Dipti ma'am, you said no, we can do it in column. Column you can do for house 1, house 2, house 3. But here A and B are separate. So do it separately for A and B. But shall we take the pre-construction interest also for A also? Yes, ये देखो ये सब steps work out है. Nothing I want all of you to check. Let us directly do it in notebook. We'll compute income for both A and B, starting with computing the income for A. And because the house of A is self-occupied, it's a self-occupied property, directly you can start GAV. Don't just write the steps because you know it very well. You'll be wasting your time in 3 hours. हाँ, but ये तो लिखना पड़ेगा. Municipal tax nil, NAV nil. मैम ये सब भी मिस कर सकते हैं नहीं ना? This is the main format. So, oh sorry. Interest on loan, working note 1, and income from house. On right hand side I'm doing, if you want you can do it down. Working note 1. Pre-construction interest I'll calculate first. Step 1. Pre-construction period starts. Some of the books they do it in 3 lines. They take start, end, sab ek hi mein. So it's okay, your wish. I feel this is little in-depth 5 step but easy to learn. फिर से पढ़ो. A started construction on 1/4/2023. Reconstruction period ends. 1st April 24. So 31st March 2024. Pre-construction period is 12 months. Pre-construction period interest. How much is the loan A has availed on 1st April 22? Last line of the sum. 20 lakhs, 12% interest for 12 months. So divide by 12 into 12. So directly you can take it as 2,40,000 is the pre-construction interest divided by 5. So what is annual pre-construction interest? 240 divided by 5 is coming to 48,000 plus current year's interest. Last line of the sum, no repayment is done. So of course 240 will come. So 2,88,000 is the interest allowed till 2 lakhs. Why 2 lakh? Because it's a self-occupied property. So current year's interest, pre-construction interest, that too for 2 self-occupied property, it will be allowed. I'm again saying it's a challenge. How you learn. All the teachers are teaching good. I'm not कि मैं अपनी तारीफ कर रही हूँ. But I know years when I teach, the level of the problems you should do is this for the professional exam. If you feel 1 or 2 problems were very easy done, 1 or 2 were very tough done, because there is some logic behind making it sometimes easy, sometimes tough. I don't know how many of you observed example 5th was really very easy. It became easy over the period working out, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 28th sum computation of income of A is over. Anyone is having any doubt? Now computation of income of B. Aja. Computation of income of B. B has two properties. One is self-occupied and also we'll work out like this. Particulars, 50% is self-occupied and 50% is LOP. Now for LOP, they have given all. Can you see? Fair rent, municipal value, standard rent nahi hai, but baki to sab hai. So we'll write all the steps quickly. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. Step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is high. This will give you GAV. Only if you write this, you will get 2 marks, irrespective of your figures. But write nicely, ऐसे empty मत लिखना, municipal tax लिखना. अभी हम बहुत energy डाल रहे हैं सीखने में. NAV, less standard deduction, 30%. Interest on loan. And now you get income from house property. So for self-occupied property, we all know GAV is nil, NAV is nil, and interest on loan, that we will calculate in working note 1. Aaja. Working note 1 mein first we'll work the pre-construction interest for B. Pre-construction period starts. B has started the construction on 1st April 22, but B availed housing loan on 1st July 22. Star mark karo, googly hai. Don't just copy from the screen. Go and read the problem second line. B started construction on April 22 and come down the last line. But B availed the loan on 1st July 22, whichever is later. Arey, construction you will start. Listen. Practically, I'll tell you one thing. Suppose you are doing construction. Now, before the construction, you're demolishing. Old building was there. Demolition, digging the pits. You don't need any money from April. Once your digging and demolition is over and the first pillars and slabs, that time you need the money. So digest this logically. B started the construction in April, but he doesn't need the money. So he took loan in July. So pre-construction period will not start from April. Pre-construction period starts for interest meter, which is later in July. Even if it is clear, और अच्छे से clear करो इसको, ठीक है? Now, pre-construction period ends. कहाँ खत्म हो रहा है? Ends. We started the construction and completed it 30 June 24. So 31st March 2024. Pre-construction period ends on 31st March 2024. Third, pre-construction period. April, May, June. ये 9 months. March 23 तक, फिर 12 months. 21 months. Did I take some wrong dates? Pre-construction period, 1 second. Huh? It's July 23, no? I took it wrong. So it will be just 9 months. Please change it. एक बार हम पढ़ लेते हैं क्यों मैंने गलत लिया. आपने करेक्ट लिया सबने? Yeah, come back. So July 23 to 31st March 24, it's 9 months. Now, pre-construction period ends. ये आ गया. Now pre-construction period का interest. How much is the loan B has taken? 12 lakhs. 10%. 9 by 12. किसी को डाउट है कुछ? Annual pre-construction interest 90,000 divided by 5, 18,000, and the current year's interest 1,20,000. So total interest is 1,38,000. 50% for the SOP, 50% for the LOP. 1,38,000 in your calculator, divide by 2. I hope you all are getting, क्योंकि आधा आधा है ना, आधा तो self occupied था. 69,000 interest. Even this is 69,000. Are you with me? यहाँ तक complete किया? See, there's a way a teacher teaches. If you think, there is answer and I can complete, I need not justify, because purposely I have done pre-construction interest first. Now, while doing the fair rent and all also, they have given the fair rent and municipal value of the whole property. Sorry, of each floor. But here, very important working note is, 2 is, as construction is completed. Construction ही कब complete हुआ? 30 June 2024. This year June. You can't take the fair rent and municipal value for 12 months. You remember? Yesterday also we have done such problem. So you all should do like this. Fair rent 1 lakh is for 12 months. But construction is completed in June 24. So 9 months. Municipal value 72,000. ये देखो 1 lakh into 9 by 12. 72,000 into 9 by 2. Ask your doubts if you're not clear. Why did I do 9 by 12? Is it clear to all of you? Huh. In 9 months, 6 months, the property is let out. Actual rent. All of you should write actual rent also. 15,000 into 6, because 3 months the property was self-occupied. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So 75,000. That or standard rent, whichever is lower. So 75. That or actual rent, whichever is higher. So 90,000. 90,000. Now, this is the point where students go wrong. How much I should take municipal tax? I want answer from all of you. Don't check the answer printed. You say the answer. Municipal tax कितना लूं बेटा? बोलो. How much should be the municipal tax? For B, how much is it given?
8,000.
8,000. But shall I take 8,000?
No.
4,000. Because it's 50%, right? And now 86,000. 86,000 का 30%, 25,800 and 69,000 minus 86,000, 8,800. Loss. Total loss is coming for two properties. 77,800. 77,800. How was the problem? Did you understand? First, we calculated for A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. For B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even in fact, this problem was very nice because there were two loans.
Yes.
3 lakh, and so the quality of the problems what we have done is really good. You do it as homework. And I hope you all are marking. Like I said yesterday, RIA problem is very, very important. If you ask me, top 5 questions in this chapter to be revised again in writing. मतलब next time भी आप बिना देखे ये solve करना है. Don't do tick tick for 28th problem. Otherwise A और B नाराज हो जाएंगे. चलो. 21st problem is homework for all of you. You do it on your own. It's a past exam question. I don't know. That time they didn't ask for 7. They've asked it for 8 marks. Huh. Still, if you want, we can check it orally. Very simple. Akash owns a residential house. Fair and municipal value and all is given. The house was divided into 2 units. 25% is used for profession. Don't make column. 75% is let out for residential purpose on monthly rent of 8,500. Municipal tax is 8%. He made following expenses: light, repair, interest on loan. Akash has also taken a loan in 18 and construction was completed in March 21. So June 21. So March 21. I am reading the problem as if you will read it in exam. यहाँ देखते से okay, March 21. So pre-construction interest will be allowed in 22, 23, 24, 25. This year we will take pre-construction interest. And no repayment is made. So current year का interest भी आएगा. Income of Akash from his profession is 8 lakh during the year. Business income is also given. Exactly like RIA wala question. ठीक है? And other incidental expenses with depreciation and all is given. ठीक है? So now, when the construction was completed, June 21. Okay. Now they have given you the fair rent and municipal value, whichever is higher, 170, or standard rent 190, or ye whichever is lower, so 170. But 170 ka 75%. This is the value of the whole property. So you have to do 75%, which is let out, 25% which is used for own business. Don't make the column. अगर मैं ये सम एग्जाम में दूं, पक्का बच्चे 2 कॉलम बनाएंगे. 75% let out, 25% self occupied or used for business. No, it's not self occupied. So these steps are clear. Then you will get the municipal tax. I think rest all the problem is clear. Pre-construction interest एक बार देखो. They started the loan from pre-construction period starts from the date of, एक मिनट, कहीं कुछ printing mistake है, एक मिनट, date of loan. Akash took a loan on July 18. And this also should be 18. And pre-construction period completed in. See, every time we have to change one year. Even I am checking along with my typist, but kahin mistake hai to sudhar lenge. Construction was completed in June 21. So you will take March 21. Answer will be same. 33 months only, but 18 to 21. यहाँ change नहीं किया, कर दो. Okay. Now you will get the 33 months interest and 1/5 and all very clearly. You will get all the answer. Okay? Right. This is same, but here they have written expected rent is nothing but higher of fair rent and municipal value and then lower of the standard rent. What you get the answer, they call it expected rent and then they compare it with the actual rent. You can do both the sums as homework. This is also very nice. Some routine only, but some other details are also there. 10% rebate for the payment. Arrears also. They have received the municipal tax of 24-25 paid is 1,40,000. Interest, if you pay the municipal tax late, will not be allowed. Okay? And in the last year's municipal tax, I think it's very easy. If you read it, you'll get it. If you have any doubt, you can just click the picture and tell me. Okay? But a part of the rent which is charged for amenities will be taxable in other source. So their respective all the expenses we will deduct. Okay? Yeah. See, I told you yesterday that if the rental income ke saath you are taking the clubhouse and other amenities, then other amenities will be taxable in other source. That's what they have done. So their all actual expense you will deduct. Okay. One more concept is there now here, chote that I want to take up. Theory question मैंने लिखा है. When property income is not taxable. Rental income is taxable, but there are cases wherein it is not taxable. Suppose it is used as farm building or outhouse in agricultural income. I am not doing agricultural income. I am not giving it on rent to a farmer. I am using it as a pump house, outhouse, and I am giving on rent. Exempt. Annual value of one of the palace of ex-ruler. If you go to Rajasthan, so many palaces or some nice places are located besides that lake. No, lake is there in between. So those palaces may, if they are ancestral palaces, and if you with your family are owning two of the palaces, one's rental income will be exempt. Another palace, maybe you have given another palace to Taj Group of Hotels and they are giving you rent, or you have given another palace for functions and weddings, that rental income will be taxable. So one income, palace income of the ex-ruler will be exempt. Okay? Because it's an ancestral property. Like in Hyderabad also, those who are residing, everyone is not from Hyderabad who is watching the lecture, but those who are residing here, you will be knowing that Chowmahalla Palace. It's still privately owned. Yeah. So that is the income of those people. They are not staying in India, but they have kept a person who is representing, and whatever income, even if they are non-resident, they are earning from Chowmahalla Palace. It's actually given for weddings, for Pankaj Uda's ghazal programs and concerts and all. Very well, it's taxable. Okay. Rental income of local authority, scientific research association, school, colleges, hospital, trade union, trust, political party, and if you use it for your own business, you can't. This is all exempt. Let me tell you, so many of you have experienced or not that whatever school you have studied, listen, this is very practical that school colleges are always having the trust name behind that. St. Joseph's Convent, it's a trust. Bharti Vidya Bhavan's public school, it's a trust. So पीछे ना कोई trust का नाम होता है. तो morning 8 to 4 school is going on. Evening, school has rented their premises to someone who is taking music classes or someone who is taking karate classes. So the school is earning rental income. But if that school is under a trust, I think almost all the schools are. We know Delhi Public School. Next time you cross across the road, look there. Delhi Public School और नीचे वो trust का नाम है. So trust, they have a different way of taxing income of trust, which you will study in final. Right now, rental income received by school, colleges, and trust and all, they are exempt. ठीक है? Right. Now, any doubt in your mind? Any conflict? Please ask.
No, ma'am.
It's very simple. Like 2 self-occupied properties are also exempt. Yeah. Cases where you are said to be deemed owner. Always I said property income will be taxable in the hands of owner. But this time you are treated as deemed owner. When the property has been transferred to spouse for inadequate consideration. Matlab not as sale by way of gift. Other than in pursuance of agreement to live apart. In agreement to live apart means divorce. एक्चुअली ये सब आप बहुत डिटेल में करोगे क्लबिंग चैप्टर में. रेफर क्लबिंग. स्टिल व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड एज से हस्बैंड इज गिफ्टिंग अ प्रॉपर्टी टू वाइफ. अब गिफ्ट तो करेंगे ना स्पाउस को, नो प्रॉब्लम. बट इफ द हस्बैंड हैज गिफ्टेड प्रॉपर्टी टू वाइफ, wife has got income, this income will be deemed income of husband. Is the deemed owner even if he has transferred to wife. Outrightly husband is selling to wife, sale consideration, stamp duty pura proper, no problem, then it's you are not the deemed owner. Aapne to you have to sold the property, you have got money. Problem is husband will be deemed owner when he has gifted the property out of love and affection, and wife is owning. Wife, you stay there, no problem. The moment you start getting rental income, it's going to be clubbed or taxable in the hands of husband. Husband, you are deemed owner just to divert your income, because salaries, business head सब तुम्हारे हाथ में taxable है. Very smartly you have diverted this property income in your wife's name. You are the deemed owner. There it's written, except in consideration of living apart. In case of divorce, husband has to pay some money or something to wife. Alimony money या कुछ तो उसको बोलते हैं. So husband has transferred a house to wife in divorce कि okay, we are parted now and this house belongs to you. You stay and you use it. Now if the wife is getting rental income, will be clubbed in the hands of husband? No, logically. Husband-wife relation ही नहीं है. They are living apart and it's a divorce. So when you apply this properly, and again all this will be linked in the clubbing wala chapter. So you are said to be deemed owner. My concentration is what are the cases when you are deemed owner. When the property is transferred to minor child, same. I transferred the property to my minor daughter without adequate consideration. Where the individual holds an impartial estate. You know, impartible estate matlab, I told you ancestral property is there and my dadaji and four brothers are all the co-owners or aise rehte hain na. So you are also one of the deemed owner of that property. You are staying in a cooperative housing society. The example is practically applicable to each one of us. If we are staying in our own house, no problem. But suppose there's an apartment which is having 6 flats. Whichever flat you are owning, and that flats are there, 6 flats, they are built up on land. You are deemed owner of 1/6 part of the undivided share in land. I am making you listen some wordings जो आप आगे जाके कहीं ना कहीं सुनोगे. You know, if this is my own property, मेरे खुद का घर है, मेरा बंगलो है, I'll sell it outrightly, no problem. If you stay in apartment, you sell 1/6. I mean, say you sell your flat, so 1/6 share you have sold. The person who is coming, he will get 1/6 share, undivided share in the land also. Can you say to other 5 flat owners, no, I want to sell not only my flat, I want to sell my land also? Not possible. The whole building is on the land. But I am discussing this because there was an actual case. One building was old, matlab 20 years ho gaye, and the builder said कि this building has become very weak and it can break down any time. Better you demolish and build. So you know the whole building was demolished, and all the flat 1/6 flat owners जो थे ना, They all have sold their share to a builder. The builder took up the building, and then again a fresh, he has put up 3-floor down parking, and now he has made a 10-floor tower over there. That's why I'm making you comfortable. Don't worry, इतना कुछ exam में ऐसा वैसे नहीं आएगा. But it's a very nice logical knowledge that when you are owner of an apartment or a flat, you are also owner of the undivided share in the land on which that apartment is made. You're the deemed owner. And what is super built up area and all, this is your knowledge. आज घर जाके सिर खाना है बहुत सारा, पूछ लेना है सब. चलो. Where the property has been transferred in individual's name as a part performance of contract, but title have not transferred. Registration is not done. I'll make you write one example for this. Okay. A transferred the property to B on 15th of March 2025. B paid money also. B ने बोला, अरे you have given me the whole property. Take it, no? Take your money. I'll give the whole money to A. पूरा RTGS कर दिया, सब हो गया. But the registration of the property in B's name happened on 15th May 2025. Registration work is not easy. In your house, if anyone has purchased and sold the property, you should thank them like anything. सब काम करना easy नहीं है, and if they are taking efforts to go to advocate to do all the work, it's too valuable. Now you as a student, if you can help me, पापा कुछ काम है, बड़ा xerox लाना है, ये है, corporation office में something, I can do it please. You will gain a lot of knowledge. Huh? So the document work, the clearance from the corporation office, the payment of the stamp duty, and paper writer के पास जा रहे हो, बहुत सारा काम होता है. And then the property is registered on 15th May 25. Still on 31st March 25, who will be the deemed owner of the property, A or B? I want you to write this example. You all also have this space in your notebook, compiler material जो आपको provide किया है. But पहले answer दो. Who is the deemed owner on 31st March? A or B? A or B? Huh? With reasoning you have to say. Come ahead and say. हो गया, ये बाकी सब easy है. ये power of attorney जिसको दिया है, he will be the deemed owner. As I told you, Chowmela Palace owners are not staying in India. So they have given a power of attorney. Okay, this person's name is Rehan, and he will collect the rental income. ये इसको पहले conclude करते हैं. Who is the deemed owner? A or B?
क्वेश्चन नंबर वापस.
Question ही clear नहीं है. अभी पक्का भूख लग रही है आप लोग सबको. अभी और 10 मिनट बाकी हैं. A has transferred the property to B on 15th March. B gave the money also on 15th March. Same arrow mark I have done. I want you to draw a diagram right like this only. Registration of the property to B happened on 15th May. My question is 31st March 2025. Who is the owner of the property? Deemed owner. A or B? Question mark. कौन ओनर है 31st मार्च को? B is the correct answer. मैम लीगल ओनर A है. A's name is in property. मतलब legally A is the owner. Property. अगर you go to MCH office, who is the owner? A. But A is saying I got my money. B is saying I got my property. In fact, it may so happen that on 28th of March 2025, B did all the puja and he has shifted in the new house. So B is said to be the deemed owner of the property because part performance is over. Partly the house is transferred and it is done. Now is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to write the example. Otherwise 2 महीने बाद ये DT खत्म, GST करेंगे, फिर एक दिन बीच में मैम वो समझ में नहीं आया था डीम्ड ओनर. तो लिखो ना. Copy this as it is as example. A transferred on 15th March. B paid the money on 15th March. Registration happened on 15th May. Who is the owner on 31st March? A is the legal owner. But who is the deemed owner? B. This date I have just given you. ऐसे extra bit ये लिखने की जरूरत. Finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. चलो आ जाओ. When the individual is a holder of power of attorney, आपको बता दिया. Where the ownership of the property under a dispute. Beautiful. A and B are say co-legates, co-trustees, or the property is given on rent, but ना लड़ाई चल रही है, dispute चल रहा है. A is saying I am the owner, B is saying I am the owner, and property disputes go on for years. Income tax department is very smart. It's saying we are not bothered. A is owner or B is owner. Who is right now receiving the rent? A, no. A is said to be deemed owner, and you pay rental income of house property में बताओ tax पे कर दो. Later on, it may happen that after the case is closed, B becomes the owner, final owner. A is not the owner. तो वो हिसाब कर लेंगे किसने कितना टैक्स पे किया. But department will, you can't say department I'll not pay the tax now. अभी तक we have not decided who is the owner. बाद में देखेंगे. ऐसे नहीं होता. When the ownership of the property is under dispute, actually it's not written. I want all of you to write. Whoever receives rental income is owner. Whoever receives rental income is the deemed owner. Whoever receives the rental income, he is the deemed owner. Okay? And last one, where the property is taken on lease for a period of not less than 12 years, the lessee will become owner. This is in old cases when, Pagdi system was there and a tenant is staying for more than 12 years in the same house and with long lease agreement, he becomes the deemed owner.
Ma'am.
Yeah, bolo.
What if there is a dispute and both of them are getting half rent?
Not able to hear.
अगर क्या होगा जब डिस्प्यूट चल रहा है दोनों को आधा आधा रेंट आ रहा है तो
अगर डिस्प्यूट चल रहा है ना जनरली तो प्रैक्टिकली दे विल नॉट बॉदर द टेनेंट कि अभी तक आई एम नॉट डिसाइडेड ए आई एम द ओनर और माय ब्रदर बी मेरे भैया ओनर है. वो टेनेंट तो किसी एक को ही रेंट देगा. एंड इन केस इन योर माइंड इज क्वेश्चनिंग कि बोथ आर रिसीविंग हाफ ऑफ रेंट, both will be the co-owner and let both pay the tax the way we have worked co-ownership problem. Clear? चलो आई एम स्क्रॉलिंग फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग क्योंकि एक छोटा सा एस्पेक्ट और रह गया है इसमें. तो मैं ना उस चक्कर में हम क्या करेंगे पूरा ही मटेरियल चेक कर लेंगे फ्रॉम आर डे वन नॉक चार्जेबिलिटी सेक्शन से शुरू. It takes patience to learn this way and I'm really thankful to you all. You have really done each and everything in the class work, note work, booster notes and was so happy to see अभी तक ना मुझे नाम याद नहीं हुआ आप सबके. तो किसी ने तो नोट्स का पिक्चर निकाल के व्हाट्सएप में शेयर किया था. अच्छा लगा कि आप लोग सब लिख भी रहे हो. चलो गुड. So the first page is pretty clear now. What is the format? And then we did this one. Who is the owner of the house and all? Yeah. Here's something, this table, if you, I told you there are two ways of paying the tax. One is your normal tax regime, the slab rates, 2,50,000 and all. Here, the loss from self-occupied property, you can show 2 lakhs. But there's another method of paying the tax, default tax regime, section 115 BAC, which I will teach you later. So I'm covering up this in every chapter also. And when I teach you 115, there also I have made a beautiful chart covering all this together. So if you are filing your return in normal tax regime, self-occupied property, you can show loss up to 2 lakhs. Default tax regime, no, you cannot show a loss. Loss बता ही नहीं सकते. Ma'am, तो shall we not make a column only of self-occupied property? Answer is yes. I'll solve the problems when I go to default tax regime. But their self-occupied property, 2 lakh ka loss is also not allowed. Now, loss in house property can be set off with other heads only up to 2 lakh. Suppose, I'll give you one example. House property loss, actually this is bonus. I could have skipped this कि मैं बाद में पढ़ाऊंगी, but ठीक है अब कर लिया तो कर लिया. House property loss is 3 lakh and my business income is 8 lakhs. You cannot set off the whole 3 lakh loss with 8 lakhs. Only up to 2 lakhs you will set off. समझ में आ रहा है आप सबको? 1 lakh loss you will carry forward and set off. So how much loss you can set off with other heads? 2 lakh in the normal tax regime. In default में तो आप कर ही नहीं सकते हो. House property loss can be set off only in house property income next year till 8 years. And nothing you have followed, don't worry, in the respective chapters ahead. Composite मैंने clear कराया. Unrealized rent we did yesterday. Arrears of rent we did. And annual charge and all. Last part now when I'm closing. Property held as stock in trade. This is very beautiful. Listen to the concept. You all are a real estate dealer. You buy and sell the houses. Or you take the plot, you make bungalows and you sell it. You take a plot, you make bungalows and you sell it. Now the property is ready to occupy. You have put to-let board. No one has come to occupy. Bad luck. This is one of the biggest risk of builders, those who are in construction business. If it is sold, they earn cream. If it is not sold, they lose a lot. So the property is constructed and ready, but it's not occupied. So it's vacant, vacant, vacant. Now the department has clearly said that if it is your stock in trade, you all know what is stock in trade. What's the difference between fixed asset and stock in trade current asset? Fixed asset. This laptop I have I have purchased to use it for years. But my stock, I will buy and sell, current asset. So this builder is having these properties as stock in trade. He can keep it as vacant for 2 years. After he has completed the construction, उसके बाद का जो भी मार्च है वहां से 2 years तक. This is asked in only MCQ, not relevant for question answer. That's why I always do it last. So for 2 years, you can keep it vacant. Ma'am, but it's my bad luck कि 3 साल हो गए property is not occupied. The 3rd year, it will be treated as deemed let out property, notional income, whatever is fair and municipal value, you have to pay tax. I know your mind be asking many questions because this is very new for all of you. तो एक बार पढ़ो फिर जो भी doubt है पूछना. As specified head of charge is provided for income, annual value of the property can be brought to tax. It will remain so if the property is held by SSE as stock in trade. However, annual value of stock in trade will be treated as nil for a period of 2 years from the end of the financial year in which certificate of completion, property occupancy certificate ki okay property is ready to occupy. Aapko corporation office people ko you have to invite them, check we have approved the plan with the municipal corporation, we have made the building, it's ready to occupy. From nil for a period of 2 years from end of financial year in which completion is obtained. Okay, till then you can keep it as vacant. To clear this, I have given example. Mr. Bleens is a real estate business. He got certificate of completion in 10/12/22. Now, 31st March 23. Year ending, after you get the completion certificate for 2 years, wait. 23/24, wait. 22 for 25, wait. If it is vacant, income will be nil. From 1 for 25, even if the property is vacant, it will be treated as deemed let out. This language may be technical, but this example should be super clear. I am thinking, now you say. एक बार example खुद से पढ़ो. Apologies, मैं क्लास 10 मिनट लेट शुरू कर रही हूँ और 10 मिनट लेट हो जा रहा है तो आपका लंच टाइम कम हो जा रहा है. कल से we'll make sure 5 मिनट पहले लॉग इन करेंगे. हाँ, बट ये लिंक्ड है, इसको खत्म करते हैं. Is this part clear to all of you? December 22. Property is ready. March 23. Wait. Wahan se 2 years. Wait. Still not occupied. Vacant property will be treated as deemed let out. Disputed property. Whoever is receiving the income will pay the tax. Arrears of rent I have already taught you. One example I have given for that. Arrears of rent and all. Okay. And then from here till end, everything is over for income from house property. In case if you have missed any of the lecture, 1.5 times you can view in the app. You can take the link and all from sir. Backup agar aapko chahiye to. Okay, right? And please remember weekly activity. Even if you have not written, I remember that we have kept one page for abbreviations and one page. Abbreviations definitely. Kal before I start business head, I will take up. But activities mein I want you all to please write your weekly activity, and I will give you very beautiful activity this Saturday. But your daily activity mein last Saturday's activity which I said is self-talk, be aware. Stop criticizing yourself too much and make your language very positive. This I want you to make it by awareness. It will help you to bring a solid rock mindset. Okay, house property was vast, but if I could, I have done foundation. If I could do it earlier, I'll be able to do it now. I'm not a CA and CMA yet, but whatever it takes to complete my degree and complete my goals, I'm ready to do that. When you say this, when you change your language, and I've given you some homework to talk with your parents also. कंफर्ट देना है, आप सिर्फ ब्लेसिंग्स भेजो. आप चिंता मत करो कि मैं 6 घंटे पढूं या 8 घंटे पढूं. It's everyone's nature is different. Just 2 seconds, I'm telling you one actual example. Himanshu, one of my student, is at a very beautiful post in Mumbai now. He used to work for 8 hours one subject. मैम मेरे से दिन में 2-3 सब्जेक्ट पढ़ना नहीं होता. If I pick up amalgamation, I'll study 8 hours, complete and do. Then if I do house property, I'll complete. Your wish. Ma'am, I can't study more than 2 hours at a time. Your wish. Know yourself more every day. Make efforts to know yourself better. Okay, this is my nature. I'm an early bird person. I can study 3 o'clock. No, this is my nature. I can stay awake till 4 o'clock, study and I'll get up late. कुछ भी गलत नहीं है. कोई फंडा नहीं वर्क करता है except your genuine hard work. Okay. So with this, we are closing house property chapter. Do the homeworks which I have given you. Last amenities wala problem is very interesting. I don't remember the attempt. I'm not writing, but it's a past exam question. Any doubts you have, you can ask. Remind me in the WhatsApp. I'll give you residential status 1 homework problem answer. Business head tomorrow's class exclusively for depreciation. The pumping heart of the business head is depreciation. Pumping heart of the house property was interest. वो एक एरिया है जहां बहुत मेहनत करो, गलती नहीं होना चाहिए. Business head में we will do depreciation tomorrow, and then I'll teach you beautiful method how to remember what to add, what to less and all. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm really thank you to all of you for saying thank you. Keep up that energy. Bye beta.